trying to. Welcome everybody to game number 4 of this Major Series Lacrosse semifinal best of 7 series between the Owen Sound North Stars and the Six Nations Chiefs. Spencer Byers along with Darryl Smart. Thanks for joining us here today. Thanks for choosing us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in wonderful Meaford, Ontario, here at the Meaford St. Vincent Community Centre, where the Six Nations Chiefs look to punch a ticket to the MSL final, while the Owen Sound North Stars try to stave off elimination and force a game number 5, which will go, if necessary, tomorrow night at the ILA at 7 o'clock. Spencer, game number 3 had a little bit of everything. Owen Sound got off to that great start, and then all of a sudden, the defending champs took the blow and counterpunched and went all the way for a 14-7 win. What was your take on game number 1?
Well, I think it's something that we saw a lot before the national anthem, that that Six Nations a great first period. But yeah, Six Nations has struggled in the first period. It's easily been their maybe biggest problem so far this year, and Owen Sound, I'll say, took advantage of that, but had a good first period. And then obviously the veterans of Six Nations, the experience of Six Nations for the second and third takes over, and that's how you get to a 14-7 score line. So Owen Sound, again, if you want to talk about keys for the guys in black, the home team tonight, it's very simple. You have to win the first period and then hope that the momentum, that idea can keep your team going in the second and third periods when Six Nations really finds their gear and doesn't give you a lot of time.
Well, and the interesting thing was, one of the coaches, he does a lot of stats in the penalty box area for the Chiefs, and one interesting stat, this has not been a one-sided series by any means, not only in the first period, but in second period and third periods as well. Owen Sound has done a really great job of kind of taking advantage and doing what they can to keep in the game. In my mind, the Owen Sound North Stars, to keep this series going, they have to stop the runs, and that's the big thing. I find the Chiefs get on a run, and where the Chiefs are able to counterpunch when Owen Sound is throwing a haymaker at them, it's the opposite, where Owen Sound has a really tough time getting that momentum back, I think.
Well, already a change technically for Owen Sound. Tyler Halls took all the face-offs last time Six Nations was here against Tim Edwards. Now it'll be Tim Edwards against Mitch Gustafson, who's been hurt for a majority of this season but is available tonight. So Gustafson versus Edwards in the dot. As it looks like it'll be Doug Jamieson in the cage for Six Nations. And for the first time this series, it'll be Caleb Martin as face-off won by Owen Sound. Played across, and that one is just sent wide by Moran Weeks. All up against the boards there is Owen Sound. Does somehow get away there with Noah Millsap. Ball does come loose, however, and away will go Six Nations. A thought, but the ball got thrown a little too far in front of Lyle Thompson, and Caleb Martin will come to claim and claims it.
And you know what? Caleb Martin came in
Caleb
relief.
Martin takes the walk, lobs it, and it just got to his intended target. As Owen Sound will now work into the offensive zone. It was McGrath who caught it for Owen Sound, as Moran Weeks plays it back for Jackson Webster.
Caleb Martin came in relief of Andrew Kidd the other night and was absolutely fantastic. I know he had some issues with his helmet because he had to hand Kidd his helmet, But boy, he was fantastic in relief.
As Tyson Bell gets the free run, and that one is saved by Martin. Ball does go high there for the defender. Ball still bouncing around and is picked up by Latrell Harris. Harris will fire it back and caught? Yes, somehow caught there.
That was not
by Cree. Not sure how Cree did the splits there and caught it, but did his best Simone Biles impression with the catch.
Guess they do that in firefighter school or firefighter training now.
That one hit the crossbar there for Six Nations. It's now away. We'll go with sound as Tyler Halls collects. Maillet. Back for Webster. Maillet. Looks to fire that one. It goes by Jamison. It may go the length of the floor. Hit off the bench, and it does. As now Six Nations will go back to work. Thompson. Fires that one, saved by Martin, goes sky high, and the first one to catch it there is Connor Knock and the North Stars. Knock takes the bump, Knock towards the net. That one saved, I thought, by Jamison, as Connor Knock was chased by both Dane Smith and Lyle Thompson. As though now both go off, as Six Nations will come back into the offensive zone. Priolo towards the net, and that one, I believe, never got on target as it bounces into the Owen Sound bench and will go Owen Sound's way.
And Steve Priolo looking for his third goal in 2 games, or third goal in 2 games. This is a guy that doesn't score a whole lot of goals, and he had a pair the other night.
Webster now with it. Passed it back, got for Buck. Tanner Buck, good save there by Doug Jamison. Ball does come loose. Maillet trying to get it, but harassed by 3 separate white shirts, and they come away with it. LeClaire makes it over the red line, hands it off for Dane Smith. Smith back for Ryan Smith. Burn into the middle, and Ryan Smith will get Six Nations on the board.
That's just a beautiful trigger by Ryan Smith on that one. As we'll look at the replay on that. Ryan Smith, that's one thing he wants to get going, is he wants to get that stick going of his, that hot stick going.
Ryan Smith, assistant number 22, Josh Bird, and to number 92, Dane Smith. Time of the goal, 2:46.
But yeah, just a great shot by Smith. And the Chiefs have a 1-0 lead here early.
As Latrell Harris picks up the face-off win from Edwards. Latrell Harris, good save there by Martin. Ball does come out. Whacked away a little bit there like they're playing cricket. And knock goes down from Harris, and it will go Owen Sound's way. As Harris will watch closely as that ball just keeps rolling and rolling. Finally picked up there by Liam McGrath as Webster back for Maillet. Webster looking to get over the top. Will try to get away from a heavy whack there. Where is the ball? Now back in Maillet's stick as Webster gets caught up. Down towards the net as just could not get that one on target. There was the Junior B, Curtis Arnold. As the whistle did go, so it will be a Owen Sound possession still. As Webster going to get towards the net, will get fended off. Webster will now try to do it again. That one shot just wayward, I believe, as now stuck in the defensive zone is Six Nations for the second. They should get over now.
What a great experience for that Junior B player. Be playing in an MSL series like this.
Played across, and again! Six Nations makes it a second there. It was Dane Smith and Shane Jackson got on the board here tonight. He couldn't find the score sheet, at least goals-wise. Last time Six Nations was here in Meaford, but had tons of chances, and there he is to capitalize. And you have to say, Darryl, this is definitely not the way Owen Sound would have wanted to start this first period. As again, we talked about just before the game started that Six Nations does struggle normally in the first period. It does not seem to be that way tonight.
No, and Shane Jackson continuing on from where he left off in game number 3. He had a hat trick, I believe. And like you said, he was snake bit for a while there, but man, oh man. He, and again, it was all on the quick stick. And that was a perfect example of that.
Something they struggled with a lot here in Meaford in game 2 was that quick stick. Had a lot of chances at it, just never seemed to collect the last pass to make it work. Is right in front for Josh Byrne, just caught it, but great active stick there by the defender to knock it away before he could shoot. As Owen Sound will get it over. That ball fired too far, but caught by Derkats. Great save by Doug Jamieson on Zaya Moran-Weeks. Not even sure Jamieson saw it, but he saved it, which is all that matters.
I think the one thing that Owen Sound has started doing on this floor is shooting down low. And that one, when the shot's up high, Dougie's got the read on it. But down low, he's had a little bit of difficulty with it because of the ball on the floor.
Derkats fires that one, as you mentioned, low, but a good save by Jamieson. Skied and caught here as down the floor goes Priolo.
And I think that might be just as an example of some of the homework that Dougie's been doing as well.
Nice move by Dane Smith, and scores! Dane Smith makes it 3.
And the Great Dane doing what the Great Dane does best, streaking down that left side and scoring. As we look at the replay on it. And Priolo, his good buddy from the Buffalo Bandits, starts things off. And again, you give Dane Smith that much room and time, he's going to make you pay for it.
Face off again. This time it's Halls versus Edwards. Edwards wins it right to Latrell Harris. Trying to get away there for Six Nations is Ian McKay. McKay for, that looks to be Byrne. Byrne back for McKay. McKay draws the penalty as Dane Smith will fire and score, so it doesn't matter. It's 4-0.
Wow.
And wait a second, there was an extra shot after the whistle. I didn't see it. McKay dropped it, looked like Jamie Hunt.
We'll look at the replay here on this one, Spencer's. We'll maybe see that extra shot after, but again, Dane Smith, almost the exact same spot. Oh, there it is right there. That was McKay with the extra shot.
And he got a hold of Hunt. Again, I'm not sure what precursed it because they weren't really near each other, and I'm not sure if he said something, but regardless of that, he got a hold of poor Jamie Hunt and sent him flying. We'll hit the minor for the trouble.
And this is a tough start for Caleb Martin right now.
Yeah, it is. And it looks like he's getting a wardrobe adjustment from Andrew Kidd for the trouble.
But boy, Dane Smith again. That was the exact same spot that Dane scored from, just at a different speed coming in.
As the captain, Tanner Buck for Owen Sound, will get the explanation, I guess, as they have to wait for Caleb Martin now to get ready, I assume. We'll see here, though. Yes, they do.
But again, thanks again for everybody for choosing us to tune in. We have lots going on. We got NFL exhibition football this afternoon as well. And of course, this is the first game of a doubleheader here on DSM. We've got this game at 3 o'clock, and of course, the crew is back at home at the ILA, and they will have game number 1 of the Ontario Series Lacrosse Senior B Championship Series between the Six Nations Rivermen and Brooklyn Merchants. And that game starts at 7 o'clock, and you can grab a bite to eat and then tune right back here on this YouTube channel to watch that one.
That ball got whacked away, caught by Webster near the red line, but only now 10 to work. Maillet to Webster, over now for Xander Derkats. Derkats tried to get it to Mitch Gustis and never caught. He did catch the rebound. Gets it over there for Buck. Buck in front. Webster never, or actually, pardon me, that was Maillet who never got a chance to fire because Tyson Bell was draped all over him. You talk about football, Pat Surtain would have been happy about that one.
That's for sure.
As now Ryan Smith on the penalty kill. Trying to get through Hayden Summers-Thompson, who checks back into the lineup. They've been dealing with an injury basically all season. Fired all the way up the top there. Shane Jackson's the recipient. Just looking to fire. They do. It ends up hitting, I think, Ryan Smith while he was in the restricted area, so it will go Owen Sound's way here. There's Braden Maillet up for Webster. Maillet. Derkats. Right there for Webster. Goes right through him. He will retrieve it. Still 10 to work here. Buck. Maillet. Fires that one. Saved by Jamieson. Rebound. Another save by Jamieson. And
clip that one. That was a heck of a save by Dougie Jamieson.
Great secondary effort there by Jamieson to be able to make the catch, technically, I guess?
Yes, I would call that one, yeah. Or a block.
Calling it a save would say he kind of intended. He more just threw his arms at it like a hockey goalie throws their pads at it, and the ball just happened to hit where his hands were. As that one saved by Martin, and he whacks it into the corner.
The upper body Dominic Hasek.
The upper body Dominic Hasek, indeed. As Maye will cruise into the corner. Penalty has expired, so 0 for 1 on the man advantage are Owen Sound. That one bounced for Buck. He goes through all kinds of legs. Of course, Arnold now the closest one there. Almost tripped as he went to retrieve it. Referee now gets in the way as Six Nations will cruise through the neutral zone. Maye takes the bump there from Leclerc as he gets it to Byrne. Now it hits Dane Smith. And Dane Smith now hits McKay off the bench. McKay saved that one, did Martin.
Nice stop.
As Dane Smith does retrieve it. Fresh shot clock since it was saved by Martin. Ryan Smith now trying to get through the rookie Connor Knock, the first-round pick for Owen Sound squad during the MSL draft. That one fired across the off for Dane Smith. Smith looking to fire it, and he scores! Dane Smith with a first-period hat trick makes it 5-0.
And that's why they call him the Great Dane. He scored 3 different ways, and this time off the laser beam from the left side. He's just dominating this left side of the floor right now as we look at the replay here. But again, you got to give Dane that much time. He's going to make you pay. I know it's a broken record, but you can't leave a guy like that wide open.
Face off won by Mitch Gustafson. Just caught there by Owen Sound as Millsap will make it over. Millsap trying to find some open room here as Latrell Harris threw him right near the red line. He's going to try again, but missed him. Millsap now with the free run, passed over. Moran Weeks. Great save by Jameson. Again, never exactly saw it, but was able to make the save anyway, as Harris will now cruise right down the red line and hand it off there to Josh Byrne. Byrne for Smith. Over for Byrne. Byrne looking to slip there. Kind of did as he ends up passing it over. Wide open. That one's saved by Martin and will land in the pad. The attempt there by Larson Sundown. That ball bounced. That's an ugly pass. It may work out for Owen Sound as Buck played it, but that will go into the netting and it will be Six Nation ball. As Lyle Thompson now for Dane Smith.
And again, Dane Smith, no surprise that he's having a big game. In Game 3, he quietly kind of went about business. He had an 8-point night on Thursday.
Yes, he did. 2 goals, 6 assists to get him to that 8-point total. That ball was fired well wide of Martin, so it will go down for a over and back.
So turnabout's fair play. He was the facilitator Thursday night, and now he's the trigger guy tonight.
As Buck, Webster, then to Maye. Back for Webster. Webster for Xander. Derkatz makes his move. Now over Maye, slips around. Good save there by Jamieson. Quickly onto it, Gustafson, and a fresh shot clock now for Owen Sound. Webster. Maye. About halfway through this first period. 5-zip. Six Nations just caught. Burkat's got the around the back shot. Gustafson catches the rebound and will fire it for Webster. And another shot clock. Good job here by Owen Sound to finally get some offensive chances.
And that's what the North Stars need to do.
Maye gets forced around there. Good save. It's down in the restricted area. It looks like Tanner Buck got dumped. But the other way will come Six Nations.
They've had a really...
Creed.
Sorry about that,
What?
Spencer. But the North Stars have really been successful at getting inside. Once they're inside, they find success. And I think that's something they need to really focus on offensively.
Burn for Lyle Thompson. That one, I believe, goes wayward. It may bounce out of play. No, Ryan Smith does catch it. He's got 5 left to shoot, though. Over now. Jamieson will fire that one. And is it saved by Martin? It is. It's just, where is it?
Yeah.
It's inside one. It's inside his shoulder pad, or his knee pad there.
He's got to do a little jiggle.
As nice move there by Webster. Runs right past Latrell Harris. Back pass for Derkatz. Now over there for Moran Weeks. Maye. Actually never passed it. It was a fake to Maye as he now hits Derkatz. Xander Nice move by Durkatz, puts that one on target. Good save, rebound! Another good save by Jamieson.
Jamieson is razor sharp right now.
Has made a couple big secondary saves off of good initial shots, but rebounds plopping right into the heart of his defense. McKay's got a hold of somebody here, and McKay's gonna try to throw here as now Jamieson coming to get involved. As, again, McKay has served the only minor of the contest. There was one called against Owen Sound, but because of Dane Smith scoring, it was not put on the board.
Well, look at the replay here just to see kind of what happened here. There it is. McKay just kind of taking the North Star player down. And
I think he caught a stick up high, which is what initially made him grab a hold, because he and Hayden Summers-Thompson were battling there in front. He caught a stick up high, took exception, and then tried to, I'll say fight, but more ragdoll Hayden Summers-Thompson after that when Summers-Thompson had really no interest in trying to take on the Port Elgin native.
No, absolutely not. And again, when we have a break, we've got Barrie, Ontario in the house. Thanks for joining us. The first reply was Frank from Halifax. It's great to have our friends in Halifax. We've got Alex in Rochester. Thanks for joining us along for the ride. Bill from Halifax. Evan, our good friend Evan Cree, he's down at Akwesasne. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Verona, New Jersey, Sanborn, New York, Lincoln, Maine, Whitby. So we've got a little bit of all over the place tuning in tonight. So thanks a lot for choosing us as your afternoon entertainment on this beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying it on a patio or a deck. That would be great.
Well, with how hot it is in Grey Bruce right now, I hope so. I've already sweated through this shirt. I was going to drive in it and kind of looked down and went, why am I wearing my dress shirt? I'm going to sweat through this before I even get to the rink. So I took it off and was like, yeah, that's going to be a good plan for my hour drive here. But a 5 to McKay, a 2 to Summers-Thompson, so Owen Sound will start 4-on-4. We'll again mention Ian McKay out of Port Elgin. That's not too far from here. Well, actually, it's pretty far from here, but it's in the right county.
It's in Dufferin. It's in Dufferin.
You know, it's the right area code. Go to Port Elgin occasionally. I have friends who live out there. As Webster fired that one. I think it went off of Jamieson or the post. Regardless, it will then mean Owen Sound gets the fresh shot clock once retrieved here. Bearcats will be the one to pick it up.
I had no idea where that ball went.
I heard it and then saw everyone look the other direction, so it must be that way.
Well, I was talking about it with the Chiefs coaches. I was like, maybe someone should bring this up at a MSL meeting for some of these games on the concrete floor. Why not use a yellow or an orange ball? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not for us, but for the players.
That shot by Gustafson. Better save again by Jamieson, who's now played again his second game of this series on this floor. As you mentioned, maybe he's making some adjustments here, knowing that this floor is kind of hard to track the ball.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that they're shooting high on him.
As Dane Smith now got towards the net. Now back for Lyle Thompson. Lyle Thompson right over the shoulder. Makes it 6.
Wow, that was a snipe by Lyle Thompson. Pretty sure he went top cheese on that one.
That he did.
Dane playing the role of facilitator on this play as we look at the replay here, and Dane just drops it back. and again, poor Caleb Martin on that one. He had the North Stars defender lunging at Thompson, so he really didn't have a chance, he didn't really have a good look at that. That's a tough shot to stop.
And that makes it 6-0 here. 49 seconds left on the 4-on-4 before it'll be a 3-minute power play for Owen Sound, as Tyson Bell will let that one just roll to him. He fires that one well over the intended target of Larson Sundown, and Bell not happy about his effort there. And you can't exactly blame him with now Owen Sound having possession, as is Webster. Webster directing traffic. Isaiah Moran-Weeks here. Minor going against, or no, actually they pulled the goalie. It's a 5-on-4 chance here for Owen Sound as Webster gets tied up. Somehow, I thought almost got around there. And wait a second, there's a hand up. Is there a minor going against Six Nations? I'm not 100% sure. And it is a hold, and I assume it's going against Six Nations. As Thompson will go.
Yeah, Nongo Thompson doesn't look like he was trying to plead his case on that one. Just looking at the replay, That's a funny one because Nungo actually had his belly against the boards on that one. That one was a strange one, but
as now it'll be 5-on-3 for all of 8 seconds, or 5-on-3 for all of 4 seconds.
Looked like
and then Martin can return to the net and make it 5-on-3 without him standing at the bench.
Looked like Nunesy was holding on to the glass. That was about the only thing he was holding on to.
Tied over now. Buck caught by Gustafson. Derkats now fake, and that one saved and will hot into the corner. Bell goes to retrieve it. Awkwardly into the boards. There goes Derkats. Maillet, 4-on-2 chance there. Saved by Jamieson. As Bell thought Derkats still had it. That ball fired up the middle, and it is airmailed over its intended target there of Jamieson. That was Cody Jamieson, who is the captain for this Six Nations squad. Well, did not appear in Game 2 here in Meaford, did appear in Game 1 and 3. As that ball hits Webster. Webster scores! And finally, Owen Sound gets rid of that O with 6 minutes left here in the first, and it's who else but the MVP and leading point getter of the league and the team, of course. It is Jackson Webster.
This is just a great shot, and this is what Jackson Webster has been doing all season long. Just gets that opening, and much like Dane Smith, you give a guy that's had the hottest summer in Canada probably that much space. He's going to make you pay for it. And Jackson Webster doing a great job of that.
Webster on the power play from at 14:01.
As Edwards and Halls will be the combatants again in the face-off circle. One back, I think, technically by Edwards. As diving at it there was Halls. As Harris has a wide open runner. He just put it too far in front of Thompson, who is out of the box now. That 5-minute major, though, still being served by McKay. As now Ryan Smith catches it, and off the defenders going and come more offensive guys. As Ryan Smith trying to get around, never got the edge of Tyler Halls. That shot saved by Martin. It comes out hot and is retrieved there.
What a great save by Caleb Martin. Acrobatic, that's what, he's so athletic.
He is. As now Tanner Buck will walk her down. Buck, unattended for a second, thought about firing. Now hits Webster, who hits Maillet. Derkats, Maillet. Fake. That one right into the chest protector, it looked like, of Jamieson, as Bertrell Harris will try to put it up the middle for Bell. A little bit too far in front as Martin tried to catch it, and then it ends up being caught by Derkats. But 1:10 left in the power play for Owen Sound. Need at least one more here, you'd hope, on the power play to make them that much closer to Six Nations. Maillet, fake. Now for Buck. Back for Maillet now. Maillet went to fire it looked like, but kind of double clutched it and lost it. Now flying up the floor comes Six Nations. Justin Martin over for Dane Smith. Smith scores!
Oh, man.
Make it 4 for Dane Smith.
Wow. Dane Smith's having himself a period, that's for sure. But and again, all starts out at the back end, and much like game number 3, where the defense, well, actually game number 2 as well, where the defense kind of with the catalyst and getting into transition, and this time, and of course, give Dane the full head of steam, and he's just a train that can't be stopped sometimes.
I will mention it. We do finally have the live scoring here tonight. We didn't our last time here in Meaford. Dane Smith has 4 goals and 7 points. So every single marker so far for the White Shirts has been influenced or touched by Dane Smith.
He's having himself a playoff right now.
So that's in 4 periods. He has 15 points.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. Maillet. Play a little past the parcel there with Derkats. Derkats across. Just Smith, Isaiah Moran Weeks. Now back for Maillet. Moran Weeks. Maillet. Over now. Looking to fire. Nice move. Derkats. Better save again by Jamieson. It goes in the restricted area, and it's retrieved by Six Nations.
I think what's even more impressive about Dane Smith right now is, I believe in game 1 he was playing down the back end. So game 1 he was playing. I think he collected a point or 2, but he was also playing on the back end on the defense.
It just shows how deep this Six Nations team is, doesn't it?
Oh man, that's how deep Dane Smith is.
Played into the front. Shovel there by Ryan Smith, and it goes!
Oh, man.
Make it 8-1 in favor of Six Nations. And it looks like Andrew Kidd will be going in.
Caleb Martin wasn't happy after that one, unfortunately. You could see him whack the stick on the post as Ryan Smith does the little sweep shovel, and it just squeezed by Martin. And just like that, the Six Nations Chiefs have an 8-1 lead here with 3:34 remaining in the first period.
Now playing goal for the North Stars, Andrew Kidd.
And you can't fault Martin at all. He's been playing fantastic, but you have guys like Dane Smith shooting point blank on you. That's a tough assignment.
And again, it was from the beginning of the game, and it's something that obviously Six Nations has continued from their Game 3 performances. Again, you mentioned it. Their first period was maybe their worst one. They had a great second and third periods in Game 3. That's continued in this first here tonight. As Shane Jackson, Byrne for Dane Smith, back for Byrne. Smith, good save there by Kidd.
And it was a very quiet bus ride up here.
That one, I thought hit Buck. It goes right through him.
3.5 hour trek.
Dane Smith waiting for some reinforcements here.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 hour trek from the ILA. And there's the friendly banter when when there's a pickup. But after that, you got just like not even north of Toronto, and guys were just very quiet, resting.
Well, think about it. A 3.5 hour trek for a 3 o'clock game. You're on the bus at what? 10 o'clock?
9:30.
9:30?
I got the ILA quarter after 9.
That one saved by Jamison. It goes into the bench. So it'll be Owen Sound ball here. So now Durkats. Arnold for Maye.
Not to mention having to set up for a yard sale this morning for my wife. So it was an early morning.
You've had a long day already. It's only 3 o'clock.
And we have one more broadcast to do.
That ball across. Moran Weeks does get it on target, but again, Doug Jamison has just been spectacular here early. Quickly up the floor. Tim Edwards now. Off for Lyle Thompson. Thompson trying to get away. Doesn't for the moment. Now right across. It hits Byrne. Byrne for Jamison. That one by the net. Bounces in the restricted area, and it is caught by Kidd. Buck. Just couldn't get away there. Fired up now for Gustafson. Gustafson trying to get away. Gets the screen from Buck. Gustafson now in. Gets fended off. I think he tried to shoot. It was a save. As that ball's now still hit the deck. Still trying to get it on target there was Isaiah Moran-Weeks. He's had a couple of those where he's just gotten himself in the right area to pick up a loose ball and put it on target.
Great athleticism, great awareness, and just all-out hustle. And you know what? Isaiah's done that throughout this series. He's been really impressive in my books.
Dane Smith over the top now. Hits McKay. McKay missed Jackson. Does get the recatch, though. Now across for Dane Smith. It's deflected. May just need to fire it down the floor, and that's what they'll do. So the first real possession that Six Nations didn't muster up much of anything. Looked dangerous as they have all series, but just nothing on target. As Connor Knock is back for Webster.
For shot clock violation, I think.
That shot saved there by Jamison on Buck. 30 seconds left. This may be the last possession of the game, depending on how Six Nations wants to play it. And timeout taken by Six Nations. So it most likely will be the last possession of the period. Try to make it 9-1 in favor of the Chiefs. And if 8-1 doesn't do it for you, then I'm not sure if 9-1 would make it much of a difference.
Exactly. Again, while we have a moment, thanks again to everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. And there's been some great lacrosse being played and broadcast over the last little bit. I know our good buddy Gary Morrison and JVI have been helping out with the OJLL broadcast. That one was a doozy of a game last night from Whitby, which apparently is the center of the lacrosse universe in Ontario now, between the festival, the Whitby Warriors hosting that game against the Orangeville Northmen, And, of course, the Brooklyn Merchants are in the Senior B final against the Six Nations Rivermen. And, of course, Brooklyn Lacrosse Club, one win away from punching a ticket to the MSL final. They're up over the Peterborough Lakers right now, 3-2. That game will be here on Darryl Smart Media YouTube page on Wednesday night, live from Whitby, Ontario.
Lyle Thompson will start with it here off of the timeout. About his second, separate shot clock from game clock, so the shot clock is not exactly a factor here, as they're going to chew it all the way down to, I think, 10. Here they go. Thompson gets the screen. It is 6-on-5, given off there, right through for Dane Smith. Smith right across, missed his intended target, so it looks like it'll be a fruitless effort. Actually, 0.6 here to shoot, and whistle's going to go, and wait a second.
Sorting up the time, I think, Spencer?
I think so, but that obviously gives Six Nations a chance to get Jamison back in the net, so it really won't matter.
No. And again, yes, so game number 6 of that MSL semifinal between Brooklyn and Peterborough. My good buddy Pete Dalladay will have the call alongside me. And
that ball fired low. It doesn't make its way there as Bell went to fire it, but that will be the first period. 8-1 in favor of the away side, as I'm not sure you could have had a better first period if you're cheering for Six Nations.
Well, and you always talk about, in the coaching world or as a player, you're always talking about a good home period. That, my friend, was a good home a good home period and a good away period. That was a fantastic away period by the Six Nations Chiefs. Didn't look like they were a half an hour delayed on the bus because the bus did arrive here at 1:30. Usually you're here 2 hours ahead of time, but the traffic in the GTA was pretty heavy. And yeah, it definitely no rust for the Chiefs on that one.
You almost could say that, and again, I'm not saying that Six Nations maybe should start this as a new trend, but maybe showing up a little later to the rink made them more game ready. They knew just the moment they showed up, there was no chance to kind of sit and linger and
didn't have to think about it.
Exactly. You kind of just get into it and get ready to go. Because I'll be honest, as a broadcaster, as a very, very amateur athlete, I played house league in every sport I ever even attempted. At being 5'4", that's almost a given. But
come on.
But given that, I prefer showing up basically when the game started. I didn't like being there that much early because for me it's just you overthink, then you start kind of second guessing yourself, and I think that's where bad things happen. Showing up basically when the game starts, hey, got my shin pads on, got my cleats on, we're good to go.
See, I'm the opposite. I gotta just mentally prepared and just kind of, but that's the goalie in me, I guess, where you just kind of get into the zone.
Goalies are different animals. You guys are nuts, just in general. I mean, you see Devin Levi sitting at the crease looking with his knees about 4 feet from the crease, just sitting there, and you're like, what is he doing?
Looks like Yoda.
Exactly. You're like, what is he doing? Is he talking to Anakin? Like, what's going on over there?
But yeah, it was a great first period for the Chiefs. That's a complete understatement on that one.
I would agree with that.
Owen Sound, what do you have to do to kind of rebound from this? You got to kind of lick the wounds.
Well, I think the easy answer, honestly, is just imagine this period didn't happen.
Yes.
Which I know is easier said than done, of course, but you almost kind of have to go into the locker room like, hey, nothing worked. So we got to do something else then. And just kind of think about it from that perspective of, okay, game 0-0, we have to win in the next 40 minutes.
You have to have that short-term memory, you know what I mean? Especially
with such a young team on the Owen Sound side of the floor, I think that's really what they have to do is you look at this game as now not a 60-minute game, but a 40-minute game. And can we win the last 40 minutes? And if we can win the last 40 minutes, then we're happy. Even if it's by 1 goal or we deadlock it tied, that's a win for us because to come back 7 against the reigning Man Cup champs, if it isn't Herculean, it is beyond Mount Olympus.
It's a daunting task, that's for sure. Let's see here. Just looking at on YouTube, just to see where people are coming from. Victoria, BC, the regular from Western New York. It's great to see. But I guess, you know what? We've got about 7 minutes to go before the second period, so we'll sign off, allow you viewers to not have to listen to us, get a drink, get something to eat. If you're out on the patio, I hope you're enjoying. And we will be back when the second period continues. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, friends, and welcome back for period number 2 of this game number 4 of the MSL semifinal series here, live from beautiful Meaford, Ontario. Spencer Byers to my left, Darryl Smart along with you for the ride here. This one, Spencer, this was all Six Nations in the first period. Nothing. You can't really mince words on that one.
It's almost impossible to describe the Six Nations first period because it was so good. There's not enough superlatives I can think of to describe it. Because again, it was just about pure domination, even on the PK. And Owen Sound's got to find a way here to kind of breathe in, breathe out, and get ready for the second period. Because again, down 8-1, a lot of work to do. And a very young team, as Andrew Kidd will go back to the cage as he was the goalie in relief for Caleb Martin. We'll see how he does now in his first maybe full period.
But just looking at this box score right now, Dane Smith, 4 goals, 3 assists for 7 points. He had an 8-point night on Thursday at the ILA.
I will say I did the math during the intermission, and in the 3 games previous of this in the playoffs, he had 21 points, 8, 8, and 5. He's got 7 tonight. From my mental math, that's 28 points in 4 games, averaging 7 a night. And he has 2 more periods to add on to that. So Dane Smith has been otherworldly in this playoff series.
And that's why he's a big game player.
As Dane Smith's got it now. Smith looking for a pass or an angle. Dumped was one of the white shirts. And I think that's Larson Sundown. It is Larson Sundown. Who's got it? Looks like it went down quickly. Maye had it there, I think, from Xander. Maye blocks that pass out of the defensive zone there as Thompson will just fire it down. Caught by McKay. McKay now over for Ryan Smith.
Looked like McKay ate some raw meat before this one in that, with the mood he was in the first period.
Shane Jackson just missed Cody Jamieson. Jamieson didn't catch that one as Connor Knock will. And Knock will cruise it up the floor. Knock looks for a pass and finds Xander Durkatz. Xander. Hit Maye. Maye trying to get around. Back now for Webster. Webster thrown off course a little bit there. Webster now back. Maye looks to fire, and that one, I think, caught the guy in front as come up limping there is Byers, and he's hurt. That shot from a mile away goes nowhere near the net, as now Byers will finally get himself off, as that one looked like caught right in the calf.
And Tyler Byles, one of those guys that hasn't been in the lineup. So he's laying it all on the line. He wants a spot on this roster come game number 5 or the start of the MSL final.
Played back now. Sundown over. That's Ryan Smith. Good save there by Andrew Kidd. Caught back by Six Nations. Now Dane Smith. Over for Ian McKay. McKay looks to fire. That one saved, I think, by Kidd, and it was. And now McKay going to go back and retrieve. Picked up there by Owen Sound. McKay looked like he'll stay and play some defense here. Played a lot of defense in game 2 here in Meaford. As Webster trying to get over the top. He'll now retreat. Trying to swim around. Webster puts that one on target. Where is it? It's in the restricted area and retrieved by Tyson Bell. And now McKay will go the other way. McKay hasn't gone on the bench in the last 2 minutes.
It's the game of shinny.
And now he will. Jackson. Ooh, Jackson got caught up there with balls on the other side. It makes it now for, I think, Thompson. Actually got its way to Shane Jackson. Good save there as Jackson forced up against the boards there by, it looked like, Hayden Summers-Thompson, who was the one who got grabbed by McKay in the first and caused the 5. As now Moran Weeks hits Mitch Gustafson. Gustafson for Webster. Webster down for Moran Weeks. Tried to get into the middle. It never got there, and away will come the white shirts. Was looking to fire there. That one off of, I think, nothing. Yeah, off the boards and out of play there for Cree. So Owen Sound will start with it deep in their zone. As quickly up the floor comes Liam McGrath. McGrath, I believe today, signed a new deal with Georgia. A 3-year deal with the Swarm. So congratulations to Liam McGrath. As Gustafson over for Maye. Maye into the middle for Moran Weeks. Saved by Gustafson. Picked back up. Gustafson scores! Mitch Gustafson gets the scoring started off here in the second period, and it's a second for Owen Sound.
And that's just a great effort by the Owen Sound North Stars as we look at the replay on this one. And that's what it is. It's effort. Get balls to the net. Get those loose balls, and that's exactly what happened. You were talking about how Dougie Jamieson was able to swallow a lot of these rebounds up and control the rebound. On that one, that's a hard shot, and the loose ball comes free. And the Owen Sound North Stars take full advantage.
And they're going to call false start against Owen Sound as Connor Knock got a little bit antsy there, so it'll be Six Nations ball. Played across there. Byrne only has 2 points so far tonight. Byrne back for Sundown. Sundown all the way around. What a save by Andrew Kidd. That was Lyle Thompson. That ball's whacked away quickly up the floor. Come Owen Sound. Millsap through some contact. Millsap right on Jamieson. Where is it? Right in front. And quickly up now it's McKay. Ian McKay. Dane Smith now. Played over. Is caught, however, by Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith for Shane Jackson. That one goes wayward. Jackson having to go retrieve it. Will it stay? It will just. But no one home, so it'll just be a shot clock violation once Owen Sound touches it.
Six Nations bench calling for a reset.
Because Kidd ushered the ball the other way. Is now in. Maye! Better save again by Jamieson. Ball comes loose, and Latrell Harris is the one who caught it. Harris quickly up the floor. Gets the free walk. Over for Smith. Smith! Score! Oh, no, he stepped in. Would have made it his fifth, but he stepped in the restricted area, I believe. So now knocked the other way. We'll wait for some offensive reinforcements. And off the bench will come Maye. Bounces it there for Curtis Arnold. Arnold, back for Gustafson. Nice move there, Webster. Into the middle, that one skips through. Maye couldn't catch, and Bell will. And Tyson Bell's gonna go. Bell hit the deck there as he tried to hit the brakes right in front of Maye. Somehow got up and got a hold of the ball again. What a play by Tyson Bell.
Such an athletic guy.
Took the tumble, then was able to keep possession as he was rolling, and that one off the bar, and Byrne with the rocket just doesn't get the credit. Starts back in the corner now. Jamieson for Byrne. Ryan Smith, Dane Smith. Thompson fires that one, and that was a save by Kidd. Scoots into the corner, and it's retrieved there by Maye, who's got a chance to go, but ran out of gas there, having to play offense and defense. There's going to be a minor going against Six Nations. I'm not sure for what for. Maybe too many men. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what the call is there over as it's picked up Maye. Maye there for Webster. Lyle Thompson's got to play some defense. Into the middle. Buck got, I think, on target, but the whistle will now go. And some questions being asked there as Cody Jamison's going to go. It is a too many men call going against Six Nations. So the captain, Cody Jamieson, will serve the too many men call and give Owen Sound another power play. They've got Nagel on the man advantage. I believe they're 1 for 3 so far tonight. Could really use another one here in this second period. As Kidd will saunter his way back to the net. It'll hit Gustafson, Durkatz, Webster, Durkatz. That one airmailed past Buck, but caught off the boards. Webster Fires that one just behind the net, and it will go the length of the floor. So Six Nation will now have a full chance here to chew up 30 seconds. We'll see who starts with it there in the corner. No, it'll go up near the blue line. It is Larson Sundown. Sundown into the corner for Shane Jackson. Caught back by Sundown. Dane Smith now being watched by the first-round pick Connor Knock. Two-time Minto Cup, one-time President's Cup winner.
Look at the footwork by Knock.
That one shot, and again, saved there by Kidd, so Six Nations will keep it off the, I believe, Shane Jackson attempt, as he's now got a hold of it again. Back for Dane Smith.
Like, that's not an easy assignment covering Dane Smith, and Knock's footwork is fantastic on this. Look at that.
Not just Dane Smith regularly. Dane Smith after a 7-point first period, including 4 goals. And got a 5th one, but it got ruled back. It just in this period. As Ryan Smith now got 10 left to pass it, over for Sundown. Sundown gets kind of fended off there by Summers Thompson. Shane Jackson now over for Ryan Smith. Good save there by Kidd, and he traps it. Got to get over there is Summers Thompson. Now hits Xander Durkatz. Durkatz will sky it, and it lands for Braden Maillet. Moran Weeks for Webster. Webster, what a pass for Gustafson. Back now for Maillet, just caught it. At least caught enough of it to not make it go the length of the floor. Now Durkatz. Xander never caught it, and that will be a shot clock. Actually, good save there by the netminder on the attempt as the shot clock expired by Gustafson. So the shot clock won't go, but it'll be Six Nations possession anyway.
It was a really tough break for the North Stars. They were moving the ball really well, trying to get a look, and then just a couple errant passes or a couple little miscues up top.
Lyle Thompson right across, now into the middle. Sundown, better save by Kidd. As now it comes the other way. Quickly up the floor, Jamie Hunt. Over for Buck. Buckle fires, scores! Tanner Buck with a rocket, makes it 8-3.
Wow. The Rockets right. Tanner Buck doing what he's done throughout the season and in this series for the North Stars. That was just a rocket, as you described. Using Latrell as the decoy on that.
You heard it thud off the post,
Yep.
and it stayed in. It went post and out.
You know what, though, Spencer? The Owen Sound North Stars have some really great pieces to their team's puzzle. Yeah, you know that, and I know it's an 8-3 game right now. 11:38 to go in the second period. And they've got some really fine pieces to move forward. I know I'm not saying that this one's over, the series is over, but you got to give credit where credit is due. As they've moving forward into next season, this is a team that can only go up.
Well, you have to say that Steve McCarthy and head coach Adam Jones and his staff have done a great job, because again, in only their second season after being a 3-win team, go to being a 7-win team and an 8-win team, and being in the playoffs. So from going from an expansion team to in the playoffs in your second year, it may not be the Vegas Golden Knights, but it's really darn good. As that shot rocketed over the net there, as Dane Smith goes to retrieve it, it's out of his reach. So it'll be an over and back.
This is a tough league to make headway in, and Owen Sound has done a fine job getting in here and being one of the front runners.
That's Webster. Durkatz. Webster. Webster got around. Nice pass. Maillet right in front. Gustafson. Better save again by Jamieson. Fired that one, as waiting for it was LeClaire. As he hit Josh Byrne off the bench. Ryan Smith now fires that one wayward. Dane Smith couldn't catch it. Byrne tries to catch it, and he does. Byrne right down now. Cody Jamieson gonna have to fire here eventually. That one played for Thompson, or for Lyle Thompson, never caught, and it'll be Owen Sound ball. That ball skied, and it will hit Cooper Jackson. Jackson's got to get over. He passed it, caught by Tanner Buck. I'm not sure how.
Athletic play, that's for certain.
Durkatz now trying to spin around. That one off the
wow.
bar.
That was a beaut.
Xander Durkatz.
Wow.
Twisting and turning again, how shifty he is. We haven't mentioned it yet tonight. He is one of the shiftiest guys, I'd say, in the MSL, and he showed it there. My goodness, shimmy shake.
That was a beauty.
Put him in the blender as Durkatz trying to do it again. That one now passed for Moran Weeks. That one saved by Jamison.
Looking from the monitor, I actually thought that Durkatz shot was in because it bulged the twine, but it was the post moving because he shot that so hard.
After spinning and twirling and doing some post moves there like he's playing in the NBA. As Dane Smith now trying to get away. Dane's coming up limping, though, as that shot by Jackson scores! Shane Jackson makes it 9-3. Six Nations' his first goal of the frame, coming a little over 10 minutes through the second period as Dane Smith cramping, I'd have to assume maybe in the calf, as he gingerly takes his saunter to the bench.
We'll look at the replay on this one. Oh, there it is right there. He kind of limped up. You had a little tweak. But Shane Jackson with his second goal of the game tonight, or this afternoon.
And guess what? That's Dane's 8th point of the night with an assist after, or just as he limps off the floor.
Jackson from Smith and Smith at 10-20.
He's one of those guys that...
And yeah, there's going to be a whistle there as it will go Owen Sound's way. And Tyson Bell got a hold of a black shirt. I think that's Noah Millsap who's down. And Tyson Bell's going to go after Tim Edwards got a hold of Gustafson and gave him what I'll call was technically a half choke slam, because he definitely got a hold of poor Gustafson. He went straight back. As that's going to be a 2 against Tyson Bell, who I don't think intended to get a hold of poor Noah Millsap. It just happened to be that way.
Yeah.
So that will mean a power play here for Owen Sound off of the Six Nations goal. So now 9-3 here in this second frame. Webster over the top. That one goes wayward. He'll get dumped for the trouble, and it will go the length of the floor. Chance for Six Nations to go here. They will not end up retrieving it fast enough to get the transition opportunity, but they will get possession. As Thompson will wait and hit Josh Byrne, Cody Jamison for Dane Smith, and now Lyle Thompson will touch the floor. As Byrne, Thompson, Smith, over there, cut and caught by Burns there. Burns will just kind of hold up against the board for the second, tries to get away. He may. He doesn't, tries to pass it across, does miss Lyle Thompson entirely, and Jamison will fire it as the shot clock goes, so guess what that means? Fresh shot clock.
Wow. Just a veteran play by Cody Jamison, looking at the shot clock, seeing it winding down. He's just going to do a waster because you never know what happens. Bare minimum, you get a reset, and that's exactly what happened on that one.
Ryan Smith now into the middle. Nice move there. Oh. What a shot, and scores!
Was that pretty?
Josh Byrne draped on top of him was a black shirt. It didn't matter.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Let's look at the replay. This was a great pass by Shane Jackson, but then the over-the-shoulder shot by Josh Byrne. Oh, man. Look at that. Are you serious?
Shane Jackson at number 4, Lyle Thompson. Goal.
Man, oh, man.
That's Burns' first of the night, makes it 10-3. It's a shorty, might I add, there for the Chiefs. As Gustafson will take on Tim Edwards again. This one won back into black shirts, but no one retrieved it. Edwards will be the first one there.
Great hustle play by Timmy Edwards. And again, you're up 10-3 and you're hustling for loose balls on the concrete like that.
Smith playing a little bit of catch there with Nonko Thompson.
At this point, these guys are playing for spots on the roster come MSL final. And I'm not going to say, and again, not saying that this one's over.
And that's another ball retention there by Six Nations, playing 3-on-4 on the penalty kill, and I'll be 5-on-5 here as the penalty will expire, and the penalty didn't hurt him.
No.
That's Lyle Thompson. Skies it for Larson Sundown. That one now for Jamison. Better save again by Kidd, but can Owen Sound retrieve the loose ball? The answer is no. It'll be Lyle Thompson now. It hit Brad Cree. Cree will now just kind of rope off and wait. Cree, there's going to be a whistle going against Owen Sound now.
Going to be a slash penalty here. There's a delayed penalty.
I think it's on Gustafson. Lyle Thompson couldn't cash it, so shot clock will go, and it will be Six Nations' I think, first power play of the game, because their first one that should have happened in the first was canceled out by a Dane Smith goal, and then McKay and Summers Thompson had offsetters. So Mitch Gustafson will go to the bench, or to the box, for the slash.
Number 6, Mitch Gustafson, 2 minutes for slashing, time of the penalty, 13-12. Gustafson, 2 minutes for slashing at 13-12. The Northstars are now on a Bayless Mitsubishi penalty.
Playing up Jackson, saved there by Kidd. LeBar now trying to get away. Noah LeBar gets caught up there by Lyle Thompson.
That forecheck led by Ryan Smith, who went over the top, tried to get the yard sale, couldn't get it, and then Lyle Thompson, just a pack of dogs going in after that ball.
Byrne will pass that one across. Looked like a shot caught by Ryan Smith. Shot clock's going to go against Six Nations there. Trying to get away now for Owen Sound is Durkatz. Durkatz gets towards the net. Nice move, Xander. Got caught up. He got put right in the mixer of Foote from White Shirts and gets away.
Great footwork by Durkatz. And you were talking about it earlier on with that spin move in front of the net. But different scenario using it.
That ball passed for Webster, never caught it, and that will be the shot clock. Just about as Tyson Bell will retrieve it. Bell will wait for one of the offensive guys, and it's Sundown to catch. Ryan Smith. McKay for Dane Smith. Sundown now hits Dane Smith's stick from McKay. McKay across for Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith, good save there by Kidd, and now Connor Knock will go. Connor Knock gets it knocked out of his hands by Ryan Smith.
Another yard sale.
Apparently yours wasn't the only one today.
No, apparently not.
McKay now for Dane Smith. Ryan Smith right across for Sundown. Better save again by Andrew Kidd.
It's a great save.
And now trying to get away again is Owen Sound, just not able to as of yet. That ball passed forward, trying to get over there for Halls. He does. And Halls will now retreat and give it to the open guy in Connor Knock. And Knock will fire it there for Buck. Ooh, and took the hack there was Moran Weeks. Penalty has expired. Try to get it on target there. Durkatz, better save again by Jamison.
Jamison has been very sharp tonight.
He's definitely contributed to this lopsided scoreline. Not just as Six Nations' offense.
No. The North Stars have come in with some really hefty chances, but just kind of thwarted by Dougie Jamison.
As Jackson somehow got that one through. Where is it? It's inside a kid somewhere, and it's inside the pad. As into the boards will go. Can't tell who that was. Looks like it was Jamie Hunt and Cody Jamison. Sliding through there is Owen Sound. Trying to get away, though, and they finally do. It's now Cooper Jackson. Will pass it, and will he get off? He may not now. That ball fired across now. Gustafson trying to get towards the net. Gustafson will. That one savor in the netting there of Jamison. Byrne now. Into the middle, Larson Sundown. That one goes wide. Played up now. Hits in the waiting arms there of Noah Millsap. Millsap for Buck. Buck skies it. It hits Maye. Braden Maillet will get whacked for the trouble. He lost it. It's Cree there. Back pass. What a pass, Buck!
That's a
just
beauty.
wide. Maillet there just threw it where he knew Buck would be as Cry gets clipped there by Derkatz. Doesn't get the pass off anyway. 3-on-1 that way. Pass down now. McKay never caught it. So had to be reacquired by Kellen LeClaire. As it now hits Shane Jackson. Jackson down for Ian McKay. Got 8 left to work here. Dane Smith hot off the bench. Up for Lyle Thompson. Thompson trying to get around. Nice move. Thompson got it on, I thought, target. He doesn't, and it will go the other way. Whistle goes, and it'll be played for Connor Knock. Knock skies it. It is caught, however, by, looks to be Jackson Webster as it now hits Gustafson. Gustafson over now. It hits Webster from Maillet. Webster going to make his way around. He'll fire that one, and a good save by Jamison. As Tyson Bell will start with it there in the Six Nations zone. Bell. Well, give it off there to Larson Sundown. Smith. Looks like Jamison's got it now. Cody Jamison looking to fire over now for Byrne. Byrne, good save there by Andrew Kidd. And Kidd will sky it for Noah Millsap. Millsap. Wait for his offense to get on the floor here. As they do, Webster now will fire that one. Saved by Jamison. Where's it go? Goes wayward as down is Jackson Webster. And they're going to say an in-and-out call will give back Owen Sound the ball. As standing over poor Jackson Webster looked to be, I'm thinking that's got to be Nonkin Thompson. And it is. Who got a hold there of Webster, who will stay out there. Webster. Back now, it hits, I think that's Maillet in the litany of white shirts. It is, as Buck across, gets Gustafson. Buck will catch it off the boards. Not sure where the shot clock's at. That shot by Webster, good save by Jamison, and he'll trap it. Bounce, and it goes right through LeClaire, and it could be Owen Sound ball. It is not. It's caught by Lyle Thompson, who tracked it.
What a hustle play by Lyle Thompson. Could have mailed that one in.
Thompson, right on target, off the post. Lost a glove for the trouble, I think. No, actually, that was Andrew Kidd who lost the glove for the trouble. And down the floor is trying to go Owen Sound in transition. They can't. Sundown will now catch. That shot, I believe, there by Dane Smith. They're going to say it was a tip, so it'll go Six Nations' way here. McKay will now get the fresh shot clock. At least I thought it was fresh shot clock. Doesn't look like it will be, as Ryan Smith couldn't get that one on target. And that one again, just not paying attention there. It looked like was Summers Thompson. Reset now, saved by Kidd. And wait a second. Timeout Owen Sound will give him a chance here to have the last possession of the period with 19 seconds left. So Owen Sound will hold for last possession.
The Owen Sound North Stars have really settled in this period.
2-2 the scoreline.
You know, and that goes part and parcel with what I was saying about the stats. And throughout this series, it's been at times a very tight series, and it's just a matter of the Chiefs going on a run or the North Stars' inability to stop the run. You know what I mean? And this is just a great example of that, where this is a fine period by the North Stars, and they have lots to go home about, or lots to talk about in the dressing room, and lots to build on come this last 20 minutes in the third period.
And obviously, as you look to next season in the MSL, you would have to assume a lot of these guys coming back. Webster, Maillet, Moran Weeks, Connor Knock.
Oh, you would think so.
Xander Derkatz, a lot of their draft picks from last year. Obviously, then they'll add in the draft this coming year in the MSL once the season concludes. So,
Right, what a great place to live in the summer. You know what I mean? If I'm a player.
I mean, we get lots of tourists in the Grey County, Grey Bruce area, so you definitely can't complain that way. Lots of warm weather, lots of water all around,
Oh, man,
lots of beaches.
I'm a water sports fan. If you're a water sports fan, or lots of golf courses, you know what I mean? Like, it's a beautiful place to stay in the summer.
If you're more of an urban kind of person, definitely it's the place to be. As Maye will start with it, he'll cruise up the floor. We'll also mention here the U22A provincial final. The Owen Sound North Stars won that, so congratulations to the U22 team.
Nice.
That ball bounced on to, I thought, Jamison. It ends up going wayward, as that will be the period. 10-3 after 20, a 2-2 tie in the second period in goals will send us to the third and potentially final period, as Six Nations looks to book their ticket to the Ontario final, and obviously with aspirations of repeating as Mann Cup champs.
Little summation of the period there, Spencer. What did you think? What did you see from both sides?
Definitely a lot more even second period than previous.
Mm-hmm.
I think you kind of saw there in the middle stages of that second period some of the old or legs of Six Nations kind of taking a toll there against this Owen Sound squad. But also you have to think that a 7-goal lead also is probably contributing to that. Them knowing that this game is in their hands and they have a lot of control on the outcome, so they don't necessarily need to, not necessarily give full effort, but they have a chance to kind of take their foot off the gas, not maybe be in fifth gear, but more fourth or third gear, and know that they have a chance to book their ticket against either Brooklyn or Peterborough, as you mentioned, with Brooklyn up 3-2, being down 2-0 in that series and winning 3 straight going into game 6.
Well, again, looking at just looking ahead out west as well, the WLA final was set last night as the Coquitlam Adirondacks defeated the Maple Ridge Burrards last night and move on to the final against the New Westminster Salmon Bellies, who disposed of the Victoria Shamrocks. Everybody all season long thought it was going to be a New West Victoria final, but I think Mr. Christian Del Bianco had something to say about that one, and Christian Del Bianco and his teammates had something definitely to say about that one. But boy, oh boy, what a period of play by the Six Nations Chiefs and Dane Smith especially, as we just kind of go through the scoring here in the second period. Like you said, an even period, and that's what Owen Sound needed to kind of settle into this. Was Mitch Gustafson and Tanner Buck scored, but then it was Shane Jackson and Josh Byrne responding. So I guess, you know what, with about 8 minutes left to go during the intermission, let you guys at home grab a drink, grab a snack, and all that fun stuff. Let Spencer and I rest our voices, and we will see you when the third period begins. Thanks again for joining us this afternoon. Welcome back to the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center in beautiful Meaford, Ontario. Dufferin County. Darryl Smart along with Spencer. You know what? This has been fantastic. This series has been a not necessarily tight, but it has been tight. Like by the score, it hasn't been tight, but it certainly has been a tight series. And like you said, the end of that second period, this is a 2-2 tie again. And it says a lot about the Owen Sound North Stars as we head to period number 3 of this game, number 4 of the MSL final. It's a best-of-7 series. Winner of this series punches a ticket to the MSL final. And, of course, in the other series, the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club lead the Peterborough Lakers 3-2. And that one continues on Wednesday night at the Iroquois Park Sports Complex in Whitby. We'll have that game for you on DSM. My good buddy Pat Dalladay and I will have the call for that one as we are about to start period number 3. Spencer, some thoughts coming into this third period?
Well, I said Owen Sounds at this point got to be thinking of winning the second and third periods to say they kind of won their game, and 2-2 after 2-2 goals in the second period make it 10-3 into the third period. Owen Sound can hopefully win this third period and take something home here tonight. As tied up there is Halls and Edwards.
It's a great battle.
As Connor Knock is tied up there with Nonko Thompson, and they're going to call it against poor Connor Knock. And Nonko says something as he goes by.
That was a great battle.
And that one is wayward there of the netminder. And actually, no, pardon me, it went through. Is it?
That was a Lyle Thompson goal, I believe. And we're going to take a look at the replay. Wow, that was
got everybody, I think.
That was a quick one. Just right away. Yeah, that was Lyle from up top. Almost the same spot as he shot and scored in that first period.
And that's a goal just 22 seconds into the third period, making it 11-3 now in favor of Six Nations.
That was a big win in the faceoff circle.
As Halls wins that one, it will go right to the waiting arms of Noah Millsap. Millsap's going to get forced here by Edwards. Pardon me, that's actually Cree. As it hits Maye. Maye for Durkat. Sander trying to use his footwork to get an angle. Will put it on, I thought, target. No, and it ends up going out of play and being Six Nations' ball. As Dane Smith, who again came up limping in that second period, looks no worse for wear here. Ryan Smith for Dane Smith. Nice move there. Dane Smith right behind the net was Larson Sundown. Dane Smith now fired across. Shane Jackson passed, I think, towards Larson Sundown. Dane Smith now in front, and it misses. Maye looks to fire. Maye hits Mitch Gustafson. Gustafson back for Maye. Maye towards the net. That one saved by Jamieson. It will hit right in front Tim Edwards, and Edwards will now just pass it forward. Quickly the other way will come Six Nations, however. Tarbell will play it for Lyle Thompson. Lyle Thompson trying to find his angle. Will pass it across and scores! Does Josh Byrne. The quick stick is able to squeak through Andrew Kidd as the shot clock expired and make it 12-3.
That was a streaking Josh Byrne, and this is exactly what happens when Josh Byrne goes to the net. And what a beautiful set of hands on this one as Lyle doing all the work on that one. And the streaking Josh Byrne comes in and makes it 12-3 Chiefs.
We'll mention in the regular season, Six Nations beat Owen Sound 12-5 and 14-5. So kind of more in line with their regular season numbers in this one so far. Webster takes that one back. Nice move there by Webster, right in, and good save there by Doug Jamieson. As Cree now hands it off for Dane Smith. Smith into the middle for Lyle Thompson. Good save. Where is it? Now save there by Kidd again. I think that one maybe went off a knock there as Thompson will now chase Connor Knock. Knock back for Buck. Buck will move, and a stick save there by Doug Jamieson, who will just hand it there to Lyle Thompson, who had to run the full length of the floor chasing Connor Knock. As they'll both go off for their efforts. Ryan Smith now. Nice move towards the net. Good save there. Where is it? Now caught by Dane Smith hot off the glass. McKay for Josh Byrne. Byrne. Pass it, I think, for Ryan Smith. It goes right through and picked up there by Tyler Halls. Halls being chased by McKay. Halls will kind of find some open room and get it off. Maye walked into that one. Good save by Jamieson, but it hit the waiting arms of Tyson Bell. Bell back for Larson Sundown. Nice move. Sundown passed it. Went behind the net there to, it looks like Shane Jackson. Bell able to, Tyson Bell able to catch it. He gives it off for Dane Smith. Lyle Thompson will rocket that one into the stick there. Good save by Andrew Kidd. And it will go the length of the floor, and it will be a fresh shot clock once Six Nations gains possession. It's off the boards and picked up there by Dane Smith. Dane Smith fires that one. Good save by Kidd. That ball, nobody home for Owen Sound as Kidd puts it into the bench. Nice move by Lyle Thompson. Back for Dane Smith. Pass blocked and picked there by Tyler Halls.
It's a great pick by Halls.
Got bounced back there, and now we'll hit the waiting arms of Jackson Webster. Webster makes his way towards the net. Webster for Gustafson. Gustafson forced into the boards as now Buck. Now in front, Halls scores! Tyler Halls, as he got thrown down, will score and make it 12-4.
That's a beautiful play by Halls. We were just talking about what a nice play he did down the other side of the floor. And he shows his offensive flair with this one, an acrobatic play, paying the price on that one. That was a nice play by Halls, and we've got a 12-4 game with 14:46 to go here in the third period.
Jackson Webster. Time of the goal, 5:14. Halls from Buck and Webster at 5:14.
Whistle goes, trying to force him through there. That looked like actually was Jamie Hunt, the one taking the face-off for Owen Sound against Edwards. Edwards does win it, and now Ryan Smith will have it. He's chased by two separate black shirts. He'll just throw it back to the waiting arms of Josh Byrne. Byrne for Dane Smith, now for Ryan Smith. The Smith-to-Miss connection there as Ryan Smith will fire. Good save by Kidd, who will trap it. Kidd will fire it through the middle. Was it caught? It was not. As that one might bounce out of play. No, it bounces into the waiting arms there of Knock. Smith thought it touched the roof, but it didn't. Webster trying to find his angle. Does. Maye fires that one. Saved by Jamieson. through the middle there as LeClaire. Now for Larson Sundown. Over now. That shot off the post. Picked back up there by Dane Smith with the fresh shot clock. Thompson for Sundown. Jamison for Dane Smith. Smith trying to get his way around. He does, and that one's saved by Kidd. That shot saved by Jamison there. Now Martin will wait up and hand it off there for Jackson. Ryan Smith. Back got its way to the other four there. Byrne into the middle. McKay behind the back. Good save there by Kidd. Ball did come loose, however, and is picked up there by LeBar. LeBar will take some bumps for the trouble. LeBar will make it through the middle of the floor. Derkatz gets it off, waiting for some offensive reinforcements there as now it hits Maillet. Maillet for Webster. Maillet. That one misses Xander Derkatz, goes into the corner. Gustafson tried to catch it. He didn't. It's still on his feet. Still can't catch it. And shot clock will now go as Bell caught it and hits Harris, who gets it up for Tim Edwards. Edwards there for Sundown. Lyle Thompson. Lyle Thompson right over the top. Lyle Thompson over for Shane Jackson. Good save by Kidd. Ball's loose in the middle and picked up there by Hayden Summers-Thompson, who's going to run himself into maybe some trouble here through Lyle Thompson and Ryan Smith. What a play by Hayden Summers-Thompson. Scores! Hayden Summers-Thompson through all kinds of contact. And Lyle Thompson, a little worse for wear from Summers-Thompson as he'll score.
Clip that, folks. That is a highlight reel goal. Goes through Latrell Harris. Defensive Player of the Year, might I add, Latrell Harris. And he just bulldozed his way through to the net. And that was a beauty.
I'm not exactly sure what caught Lyle Thompson because he's off to the side there, getting looked at by, I think, some teammates and the trainer because he got caught up there with Hayden Summers-Thompson and was definitely coming up injured thereafter. I'm not exactly sure what Summers-Thompson did or if it was just coincidental between them taking contact, but he's definitely worse for wear there, and hopefully that's nothing serious. Again, obviously Six Nations has their eyes set on a Ontario championship and maybe another Mann Cup.
But again, let's talk about Summers-Thompson. What an individual effort.
Definitely going through Ryan Smith, rowing for the Ryan Smith and Lyle Thompson, bullying his way through and then rolling out the red carpet as no one went to retrieve him after that. And he had a chance right on Doug Jamison and was able to capitalize.
Pretty safe to say that might be one of the plays of the series so far.
Definitely. It just sucks it's coming at a 12-5 scoreline. But a much-needed goal there for Owen Sound to try to make the scoreline a little closer. Again, this was the finish of a game earlier this year during the regular season. Was 12-5 in favor of the Chiefs.
So if you're telling me if you're into the spread, that's what you would have chose.
Definitely would have been one of the spreads. The way this series has gone out, maybe it would have been a little tighter.
Yep.
As that ball got ripped out of the hands there as Byrne got a hold of that looked to be Joel Coyle, so it will be Owen Sound possession. That's now Webster for Maillet. Back for Jackson Webster. Derkatz, Webster. Webster. Gets it back there, got 5 to shoot. Nice fake around Cree. Maillet behind the back, misses. Moran Weeks, did he get it? No, he did not. He stepped in and it'll go the other way. Again, great second effort there by Moran Weeks.
I love the no quit in this North Stars team.
They're definitely still fighting. There's Ryan Smith now for Dane Smith.
I think that was the theme for this team all season long. That's what
Definitely.
gave them success.
Great save there by Kidd. No one saw it after the rocket by Cody Jamieson.
Talented team, but that never quit attitude goes a long way.
Ryan Smith now. Passed into the middle, never caught by McKay, does catch the bounce. Cody Jamieson now for Ryan Smith. As, down went a Chief there. I'm not exactly sure what that was there, as maybe a slip there by Larson Sundown. He'll ask for a wipe. We'll see if they do it. As Buck now the other way.
Again, you don't want to look too far ahead because it's only 12-5. It's a 12-5 score, but you don't want to look too far ahead. But you want to kind of come out of this one.
As Buck got dumped there, it'll give back Owen Sound the possession here.
You want
and they're going to do a wipe.
You want to kind of come away unscathed if this is the scenario.
And I'm not sure if Lyle Thompson's done over there. He has his jersey off. And that may just be more precautionary than it is. As he may be putting his jersey back on. Again, I'm not 100% sure what caught Lyle Thompson in that bump from Hayden Summers-Thompson on the 5th goal for Owen Sound, as they do bring out the towels and then we'll wipe up the wet spot there in the high slot near the blue line area, I guess.
Dr. Ho, Mama Bear, looking after Lyle, some of the support staff, the Chiefs. Yes, it is Dr. Ho, for real. So Tyler Byles, I think. No, that's Skibbs.
Starts in the corner there for Owen Sound with their Cats for Webster. Hits their Cats now. Webster fires that one over the net, goes behind it. Chance for Owen Sound to retrieve it. They do. Hits their Cats, never caught it. Where is it? In the restricted area. And Priolo's the one to finally catch it.
Doug Jamieson doing a really nice job of covering that lower end of the floor in his crease area in this game number 4.
As Byrne now trying to get away. Misses Shane Jackson. That maybe go for an over and back, and it will. As Connor Knock is maybe the first one there. No, it'll keep rolling as Curtis Arnold now. Curtis Arnold picks it up. Curtis Arnold, saved by Jamieson. Into the corner it goes. Smart play there by the Junior Bees. He can't get a hold of it yet. Still can't get a hold of it. Ball rolling, and retrieved. And by Moran Weeks, who couldn't tiptoe the red line.
He had a smile on his face. What a great effort.
Just couldn't walk the tripwire. As Lyle Thompson is back on the floor there for Six Nations, Dane Smith hits Cody Jamieson. That one goes by McKay and is picked up by Kidd in the restricted area. Hits Connor Knock in the mid-floor. Under 8, or about 8 to go left in this third period. As Moran Weeks hits Webster. Webster never caught it. Knock does! Great save there by Doug Jamieson. As now Latrell Harris trying to get away. And he does. 3-on-1 that way. Hits Bell. Bell misses and has stepped in. As Moran Weeks will catch it there at his own blue line.
It's the second or third crease violation the Chiefs have had in this one.
Now Maye trying to get away. He'll wait. Maye, nice move towards the net. Better save again by Jamieson into the corner, however, and retrieved by Braden Maye, but he'll take a bump for the trouble. Penalty going against Six Nations here, so 6-on-5 that way. Buck will fire. Good save, and now the penalty will be called.
See what we've got here. Got
And
a rough.
Rough. They are going against Six Nations.
Kellen
And
LeClaire.
LeClaire.
Such an unassuming player. Guy runs like a deer. You look at, he's just so lanky. And man, he is one mean dude on the floor.
Maye.
The North Stars are now
Webster.
on the Golden Hockey Custom
Maye.
Interiors power play.
Derkats, Maye. Braden Maye, good shot, but that one saved. It will go the length of the floor. No, apparently it wasn't saved. It will go the length of the floor and be an over and back. Dane Smith will start with it. Dane Smith trying to find his way around here. Got 2 black shirts on him. Fires it now. The waiting arms of Josh Byrne, but he missed. Caught by Millsap. Millsap trying to get away from Byrne now. And he may, and he does. It now hits another black shirt. We'll wait for Buck. That was Coyle off to Buck there. Aye. Webster. Over now. Back for Webster. Webster played it down. Missed Jake Fitzpatrick. We haven't seen a lot tonight. The senior B player in Jake Fitzpatrick, who will chase down Cree. And he'll just kind of hold it there as it's 2-on-2 that way. Cree. And I just chew up the rest of this 30-second clock. Cree right around now. Forced around there as Maye and Fitzpatrick are the ones trying to attack. That one sent wayward.
Effort. And he's going to get the loose ball.
But not get it far. Or actually, no, he did get it deep as now Webster will start. Webster. Got 30 seconds left in the power play. Webster. That one passed for Webster. Buck behind the back. Where is it? Behind the net. And we'll go Six Nations' way, it looks like.
Just such a contrast in style and goaltending between Doug Jamieson and Warren Hill. Dougie's all about the angles, just calm, very quiet in there. Warren does the angles, but he also is very acrobatic.
And Lyle Thompson got tied up there, hard into the boards. Looks no worse for wear.
Speaking of acrobatics, Lyle Thompson is acrobatic as ever.
We'll say his braid has come loose, so the hair is starting to flow now. That's across the top there for Lyle Thompson. Thompson will fire it. Good save there by the goalie in relief, Andrew Kidd, pardon me. As played up now for Owen Sound as it hits Xander Derkats. Xander trying to find an angle here with under 5 to go in the third period. Nice shot, scores! Nice move by Maye, and Braden Maye makes it 12-6.
That's just a great cut by Maye. So we'll look at the replay on that one. Again, the North Stars have had success going. When they go to the net, good things happen. And just unfortunately, they haven't been able to go to the net enough, especially in this one. But Maye, with a great opportunity, took full advantage of that one.
5-14. Maya from Gustafson and Knox at 5-14.
Tied up in one back there, as it wasn't Edwards this time, it was Cree. Six Nations again. Maybe this time now just looking at the clock as they'll try to use up the 30 seconds as Dane Smith, over the top he'll go. Smith looking for a pass, gets it off there to Byrne. Josh Byrne looks to fire for a second. Played over now. Larson Sundown tried to twist and turn, just couldn't get it on target. That one shot wayward, and it's poked and caught by Labar. Labar for Buck. Caught it there in stride. Looking to fire there. Nice move. Jake Fitzpatrick just couldn't get the pass off. As Fitzpatrick goes to retrieve it in the corner. Ball's still loose. Tracing after it. Derkats now. Derkats going to get forced. May need to fire from a mile away. He does, and that one will go wayward. Lyle Thompson now in the middle for Ryan Smith. It goes right through for Shane Jackson. Nice move there. Thompson off the bar. Nice move there by, it looked like, Byrne. Ryan Smith now. Back for Lyle Thompson. Thompson, saved there by Andrew Kidd. Just trying to get away there is Owen Sound. Lyle Thompson playing harasser. Just got away there was Liam McGrath, who hits Tanner Buck. Buck for Maillet. All the way around it goes. Webster now, Maillet. Looking to fire it, he does. That one goes wayward, and that will be the shot clock. Played over now, Dane Smith. Got 9 seconds left here to chew as 2 minutes remain in this game. As Six Nations look like they booked their ticket to the MSL Championship Final. As that ball was just shipped into the corner. Retrieved there by Coyle.
First, I would also like to thank the municipality of Meaford for this season. And thank you for being our hub away.
Nice move there by Moran Weeks.
Just some take-homes from the Owen Sound season now that this one's kind of a formality now with 2 minutes to go. Just some words, Spencer, about this Owen Sound North Stars team and its evolution.
Mighty improved and exciting for next season. Again, his team won 3 games last year. Nowhere near the playoffs. Took them 12 games to win that first game. They won the first game of the year this year and have now been a playoff team playing against this Six Nations squad. And they now kind of know what level is and what the expectation is and what maybe, what the competition will be like next year. Obviously, Six Nations looking to, play for a Man Cup this year, but you can't assume that's going to be any different next year.
Well, again, this is a team that they learned how to win this season. I think that's my take home. They've learned how to win. That's a tough thing to learn.
It definitely is. And again, this experience against Six Nations can only help them going into next year with, again, all these young guys and the MVP of the league in Jackson Webster, who, will play his next season in the NLL and had a great last year in the NLL, second half especially when he made the lineup. So you can only assume that will continue to his development here for Owen Sound and in the MSL.
He continues playing like this, he's going to be more than just a second half player, that's for sure.
Definitely so. As Maillet got that ball retention here as Connor Knock will play this offensive possession with Fitzpatrick.
And again, make sure to tune in tonight, 7 o'clock on Darryl Smart Media YouTube page. We will have, through the powers of the internet, my buddy Ben Hill will have the camera and Chris Vale will have the call live from the ILA, the Six Nations Rivermen and Brooklyn Merchants. They'll play game 1 of their best of 3 Ontario Senior B Championship Series. So grab a bite to eat and stay with us here on the network. And just 4-game sweep. The Six Nations Chiefs take care of business here on their end. And now they wait for the winner of Brooklyn Lacrosse Club and the Peterborough Lakers. And, of course, game number 6 of that series with BLC in the driver's seat with a 3-2 series lead. That game number 6, is going to be 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, live from Iroquois Park. And you'll be able to tune on to this channel again. We will have that game for you live. Pete Dalladay is going to have the call.
I do want to mention, I said, you asked me after the first 20.
Yeah.
What was the goal for Owen Sound? I said they got to win the next 40. They, in their mind, this is a 0-0 game, and they got to win the next 40. Second and third periods, it was 5-4 in favor of Owen Sound.
Yep.
12-6 final, pardon me. So, for Owen Sound after that, you can all be honest and say 8-1 period, dismal first period by Owen Sound by many accounts. They had a lot better second and third periods, and again, a lot to build off of going into next season with all these young guys, with their, obviously the next MSL draft upcoming for Steve McCarthy and his staff. So a lot to be excited about, and also, unlike this year, they'll finally get to play on the Bay Shore again, because the rink will be ready for the OHL season coming up in about a month and a half's time. So with that, next summer, Owen Sound will finally be back at their normal rink where they normally are supposed to be.
And that had to have been tough this season.
Having to go to Meaford every night, which again is a half-hour drive from Owen Sound.
Yep.
So it's not like every home game was a home game for them. They also had to travel out of Owen Sound, and obviously that means the fans had to travel as well here to Meaford to play the games, and the Junior Bees had to play it at Durham, and the Senior Bees played it at both here and Durham. So it'll be nice for everyone to be back and centralized in Owen Sound, and that also could spell some good things for this North Star team that got their first taste of playoff experience in their only second season of existence, not including the COVID season. So definitely a lot of things to grow on for the coaching staff and Adam Jones and his crew, and of course Steve McCarthy, and again, lots to build off of going into their year 3 here in the MSL. While for Six Nations, I think you can just gush about great performance, great season continuing as they'll play for an MSL championship, as their sights are still kind of kept on a Man Cup berth and another chance to hoist it again.
Absolutely. And well, thank you very much for all of your help, Spencer. So on behalf of Spencer Byers, I and Darryl Smart, thank you very much for choosing us to tune in today, tonight, or whenever you tune in on the replay. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on DSM 7 o'clock tonight, so don't you dare miss it. The Rivermen will take on the Merchants in Game 1 of the OSL Final live from the ILA, and you can watch it here on Darryl Smart Media YouTube page. And, of course, game number 6 of the semifinal between the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club and Peterborough Lakers will also be on this channel Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.